So our third speaker for today is our very own Adesh Dalvi. When I asked Adesh whether he has come across a real life villain who has a real life villain rather who has been as sinister and as ruthless as a real life villain, he was quick to respond, and I in fact we had a great talk on that, a great laugh also. So he said it was he said it was Teja from Andaz Apna Apna. So someone from his workplace also apparently reminds him of him, and who's always frustrated, irritable, very calculated, and yet he has his team who are like clowns who always misfire and who always goof up, just like Robert and Bhalla's character from the same movie, and and many other such related incidents. So he's the closest to who reminisces him of the character of Teja from Andaz Apna Apna. So moving on, Adesh is attempting his Project 1 Level 2 speech of Pathways, which is motivational strategies. Can we have his evaluator Avinash read out the speech guidelines, please?
Thank you, Sahil, and good morning, everyone. So it is same project as Rohit attempted understanding your leadership style. The purpose of this speech for Adesh is to give us some insights about his primary leadership style. As far as evaluation is concerned, I would focus on primary speech elements, which is the content, clarity, coherence, the interest of the substance of the speech, and how cognizant he is with the topic and the audience awareness. I would also focus on some of the delivery elements, which is vocal variety and gestures. With this, I wish Adesh all the very best. Over to you, Sahil. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Avinash. Can you please spotlight and unmute Adesh?
Hi, Sahil. 1 second.
Hi, Adesh.
Time on.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I can see it now. Okay. I'm good. Is there any lag? Because I just lost my cable internet connection, so I'm on Wi-Fi.
Oh, it seems fine to me. Am I audible to you?
Yeah.
And can you view the timer card?
To give you guys some example, had a vision of Swaraj, self-governance. He laid his team towards his mission. Nelson Mandela had a vision of society free of racial discrimination. He led his people towards his mission. Steve Jobs had a vision of making a contribution to the tech industry, and today we are using his innovation in technology. Toastmaster of the day, my fellow leaders and dear guests. For me, the leader has to be a visionary. Whoever is the leader, he or she should have his vision and mission and should lead his team towards his own vision. Now, to demonstrate that, I have a personal story to share. Once, I led my friends to a very, very difficult mission. And that mission was going for one-day trip to Khandala. Yes, it was a really difficult mission that we were planning that mission for 2 years and it was not happening. I said, enough is enough. Now I need to drive these stupid people for this sophisticated, stupid mission. And I gave a mission a name, Ati. And to drive that mission, First, I created a WhatsApp group. I involved all my friends into it. I gave them a task that all of my friends has to come up with the two list of hotels in Khandala, which will be within our budget of 100 per person. And finally, all the friends come up with the list. And after conclusion with discussion with everyone, we decided on one hotel. And then it was a time for us to decide on very, very difficult and important tasks in picnic, that arranging a beer boxes. Without that, the picnic and the trip can never be successful. So I gave the task to my friend Loki for arranging the beers, because he had got a friend, cousin, working for Kingfisher Company. And I offered him that if he could arrange the beer boxes, 2 beer boxes, at the discount of 40%, then he don't have to pay for his share of beer. And he agreed and he arranged for it. It saved our cost. And finally, I booked 2 spacious cars for our trip that are Tata Nanos. And finally, the deadline arrived. I gave everyone a deadline that this is the day where we all need to go for it. Deadline arrived. We got ourselves into the car and we started progressing towards our mission Atikya Khandala. But unfortunately, there was a landslide that day and Goa Express Highway was completely blocked. All of my friends went into a depression, like, what will happen to this trip, which is happening after 2 years. I said, don't worry, friends. I have a plan up my sleeve, the next plan. Let's make a U-turn to Alibag, because I got my friend there and everything will be arranged. Don't worry about it. And this is how our mission got changed from Atikya Khandala to Atikya Alibag. And we all went there. We enjoyed our stay there. And it was one of the best one-day trip I had. Now, what I'm trying to say out of this story, if you would have noticed, I use 4 different styles of leadership. In an incident, when this trip was not happening, I gave a deadline to each one of us. Now, this was some sort of autocratic style of leadership where whatever I said was final, but it was needed. Otherwise, this trip wouldn't have been possible. In the incident, while choosing an hotel, I took everyone into a picture. I took their opinion, and this showcased the democratic style of leadership, where I took the inputs from everyone and then I took the decision. In the incident where I offered my friend a discount that if he gets a discount, then he don't need to pay for a beer cost. It was a transactional style of leadership where you give an incentive to get something done from others. Now, last, where I changed the plan at the very last moment, when there was, when our plan was failed, style of leadership of transformational, where you innovate at the situation. Now, when I use this 4 style of leadership, I ask myself, what is my primary style of leadership? Well, it's based on situation. If situation changes, my style of leadership changes. And I think this is something which is very important. Now, I was the part of IPL team where we were blessed with an amazing leader, Jeevan. And I could see the same thing there as well. That all the time when we were on our ups and downs, Jeevan changes his gear to motivate his team. And that is what I think it takes to be a great leader. If the situation changes, you need to change your strategy. Now, to conclude, for me, the leaders are the situational leaders. They read the situation and accordingly, they change their plan. Now, before I end my speech, if any one of you are planning for the Khandala trip, don't worry, you have a leader here. So here is my number, 9664060159. Please get in touch with me. Thank you so much. Back to you, Timur.